Look at her face is like very judgmental.
I feel like she's gonna start vomiting pea soup everywhere and climbing the walls. Hey friends, it's Alex with bfVintage. We are here in the city called Sun City in Arizona. Decided we would maybe look at a local thrift store in the area, and this one is called Sun Valley Animal Shelter Thrift Store. So we're gonna go in there and see if we can find anything for my Etsy shop, BF Treasures Co. So let's do it. All right, so the first thing I picked up was this decorative plate. It did have a Made in Japan sticker on the back. I believe it's by Otagari. I just really liked the design. It gave me a Southwestern vibe, even though, you know, it says it was made in Japan. And I liked that it had the wiring on the back to allow you to hang it up on the wall, or you could use it for trinket dish of some kind, a serving plate. It has a lot of possibilities, and I really did like the red, black, and white coloring, so it went in the cart. The next thing that we saw was this wooden tray, and I was really fascinated by this. It had these, if you can see those little dots there, those are like shell, some sort of shell. It does say crafted by Native Woodcraft, and I was just kind of trying to figure out what its purpose was. Also, I should mention everything was half off in this shop today. So, but then once I saw this damage here, even though it was $4, I knew that I could probably put some wood oil on it and it might help, but given that I just couldn't quite determine what its purpose was, it was kind of unique in its shape, I did decide to leave that guy behind, even though it was quite beautiful. And maybe one day I will actually figure out what its purpose is. If you know, leave me a comment. Next, I was looking at some figurines, and I spotted this, and because of its color and its how it was very elongated, I thought maybe it was a Yadro, but it unfortunately wasn't. It didn't have the markings, and so of course I had to check this one as well, because she also had the same color palette and elongated body. Next, I picked up this wooden art piece. I believe that it's pyromancy, where they take fire to the wood, and then also they might add some paint and color. It was signed by an artist named Knapp, and I liked it. It reminded me of pirates, and it gave me very much the 1970s kind of feelings, and so it was a good price, and I wanted to take a chance on it. So yeah, it went in the basket to go in the Etsy shop. Yar. Anyways, next we found this plate. Now it did say, made in Japan, hand painted, and I was loving the colors, but then if you look on the back here, there's literally an electrical wire to use to hang it on the wall. So that kind of threw me off and wasn't really feeling it so much after that, as you can imagine. I wonder why.
Her face is like very judgmental.
I feel like she's gonna start vomiting pea soup everywhere and climbing the walls. Yeah, so she creeped me out, but I was still drawn to her because that just happens to me sometimes. And so, I did investigate her a little. I could tell the clothes weren't the same, and so I just put her back. And then I picked up this cutie pie. It's a toy doll, And it actually said 1975 Mattel Inc. USA on the back. I don't really know so much about these dolls, so I did end up passing. But I did think that she was cute, and I liked her bright yellow clothes that she came with. Next, I pick up the Swan because I'm a sucker for anything Art Deco, but it was Avon, and I knew it before I picked it up because I've seen these before, but I still just wanted to touch it, I guess. Next, we moved on to the case, and I did find this art glass ashtray. Unfortunately, as you can see here, the bottom was very, very scratched up. So it took me a while to determine how I felt about the damage. Given that the piece was only $6, I was struggling with it because I did love this like light violet color, and I loved the shape, and ultimately it just was a bit too much damage, too much scratching. So I did end up passing. But then the next thing I saw was this paperweight, and it actually had a lot of beautiful colors inside of it, and it says Heirloom Dynasty Company or something like that. I'm not quite familiar with that, to be perfectly honest. I'm still learning about paperweights. I didn't notice that the bottom wasn't clear, a little bit cloudy, but I still really appreciated the quality of the work inside, and the vibrant blue and purple along with that air bubble there in the middle is just done so well. And so given it was only $10 and it's quite heavy, I decided that I was going to do it. I was going to risk it, and we'll see how it goes. So wish me luck with that one. And so that was our cart for this first shop. All right, guys, so we ended up spending $14, and I would say my favorite piece was probably the blue paperweight.
With the flower.
Yes,
really pretty.
it was so beautiful. That blue color,
yeah.
Pretty. So anyways, we're still feeling the itch. So I think we're going to check out this other thrift store, and it says it's their grand opening. It's called Collectibles Antiques Thrift Store, or C.A.T.S for short. So I already like it because cats, We're going to go see if we can find something for the Etsy store. Let's do it, people. Please apologize. I apologize for the filming here. My camera died, and so I had to use my phone, and I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing, as you can tell. So anyways, thank you for your patience. Technical difficulties. Moving on now. So as you can see, immediately when we walked in, we saw so many cute vintage goodies. It was rather exciting, and of course I'm drawn to the paperweight. There's another paperweight. I was really loving all the geometric cuts to it and all the psychedelic flowers inside. It was only $2. I was just like, are you serious right now? $2? The bottom was clear, but then do you see it, guys? There it is. There's that crack right there. It's rather large. Can't miss it. And so it's like a crack in my heart too, because I was really loving that one. But, someone else might pick that up and love it and give it a home, but just not for me. And next I saw this beautiful vase. It did say Japan on the bottom. It was only $3. I really appreciated the way the painting was done. I mean, it kind of looks like there may have been some sort of spraying, which kind of confuses me a little bit in terms of age. I'll have to research it later, but I had a gut instinct about it. And then, oh my God, did you see this? It's so cute, guys. It's a Royal Copley piece. So that got me excited. It was only $12. And I just love the glazing on it. It's just so beautifully done. I love that it's a planter. It's got the mama deer and the baby deer. And I was like, shut up and take my money. This is mine. So it went in the basket. And then I picked up this Japanese vase, and I wasn't sure about it. The colors were throwing me off a little bit. I did like the gold and the red, but I was a little bit unsure if it would be something that would interest people for purchasing. And so After examining it further, I decided, you know, I'm just going to move on, even though it is pretty, but meh, it's just not quite speaking to me. Next, I found this ceramic girl with the, you know, it's in the shape of a girl with toys. It did say ceramic chrome ink 1973 on the bottom, and it is California pottery, with, you know, California, USA on the bottom. The thing about this one, guys, is like, I really don't like it when it has like that type of coloring to it where it looks dirty. Just not a fan. So I passed on it, even though it was very sweet. And then I found some salt and pepper shakers. They did have a Japan stickers or stamp on the bottom as well. I really liked the lusterware type of coloring on them, the hand painted design. And yeah, they were just vibrant and unusual and interesting to me. So I did decide, after showing Lisa, and she was like, yes, those are gorge, to go ahead and put them in the basket. And she was just checking with her eagle eyes, that she always does, for any chippy chips. I thought there might have been a crack, but it was just a hair stuck to tape, so we were good. And they went in the cart. And she was investigating this Mickey Mouse cookie jar, which was really, really cool. Unfortunately, the paint has been worn on it, as you can see. And also some paint had been splattered on it at some point. So that was a bummer, especially because at the bottom it did say Walt Disney Co. by Home Ltd. So whenever you see it say made by Walt Disney Company, usually it can mean it's worth something. At least that's what I think. Don't hold me to that. I'm still learning about Disney. Saw this James Dean face, you know, wall art, and was curious about it, but ended up moving on. And then I saw this Fitz and Floyd picture. Stunning, right? I love the black with the floral. It's got that magelic look. And so I had to have my eagle eyes help me investigate, get her opinion. And you know, as we looked it over in awe, because it was so beautiful, unfortunately we came across some chips. There was a chip on one of the flowers on the front and one of the flowers on the back. And so, you know, I was considering it because it was kind of minimal, you know, but at the same time, I'm just kind of, for the most part, I'm pretty picky about that stuff. And so when I see it, I just, I try to avoid it as much as possible. Because for the most part, it's not something people really want. So I did put it back, and I'm kind of regretting it a little because it was just so beautiful. And then next, I was just playing around with this old typewriter. I'm kind of regretting not getting it because I think it would just look cool, you know, sitting on a shelf somewhere. And it was fun to play with, so I wanted to show you guys. But this is what we got from this shop. I really had a good time, and I'm coming back. All right, friends, so we ended up spending $18, which is like amazing considering all the things we got in that place. Like the Royal Copley deer. I mean,
so gorgeous.
And the mommy with the baby. It was so adorable. Yeah. And then the made in Japan vase that looks really old. I can't wait to research that.
Yeah.
I mean,
the gold on it, that was
yes. And then, if that wasn't enough, the lusterware salt and pepper shakers that were also made in Japan. So gorgeous. I'm just like stoked. That was the best thrift of the day. That store, we're coming back for sure. So anyways, thanks for hanging out. If you liked what you saw, please give us a like. And if you want to see more videos, you got to hit that subscribe button. Till next time, bye.